from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros and the Chicago Cubs. Ready to go now. Jeremy Pena now at the plate.
Jeremy Pena.
Pulls that one foul. And the 0-1. There's the strike. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Low ball.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. That smash towards center. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Ronel Blanco. What do you have on him, Siggy? Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Ball.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-2. Gets down, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. And a swing and a miss there. That clips the corner. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And that is a big first out. Seiya Suzuki will hit next.
Yeehaw.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Carrying well. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Cubs.
He was all over that one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Fouled off. He was late. 2 on, 1 out. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Tips off the wall, and this could score both runners. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-run single, and they take a 3-run lead. Kerry Carpenter, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that should be extra bases. Horner flies around third. He will score, and they lead by 4.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it. Extra base is written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
In half, up to hit. First offering way inside, almost got him. Check swing called strike, and that is strike 1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
4 runs already in the frame here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That's a base hit. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. Not in time. He's safe.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. 2 away. Swanson digs in. And a base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. Ball. Outside low. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Just missed. And that'll load the bases.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Dangerous hitter at the plate. Alex Bregman, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Paredes fires across the diamond, inning over. Back here at Wrigley Field, we move ahead to the top of the 2nd now.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
On a line out towards center. 1 away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Tyler Soderstrom in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one way inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3-2. Payoff pitch. In the air out towards right center. Suzuki running hard for it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes.
That's a ball.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Well, off to a good start. He's got to get the baseball, work quickly, and move the ball around. And that time, perfect pitch at the knees on the outside corner.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. The relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Nope, ball.
To the right side, Horner. In plenty of time to first, and that is the inning. Here at Wrigley Field, so up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Swings through that.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Late that time, and it's strike two. Stays alive. The 1-2. And delivers outside. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Man at first, nobody out. Seiya Suzuki digs in now. And that's in for a strike. Check swing, but he went too far. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball one there. Outside low. And the count now even up.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Good job to fight that one off. And the first baseman makes the catch. 1 out, man at first. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. And there's 2 away. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kerry Carpenter.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
And a 1-1.
No, ball.
Busch, the runner at first with 2 gone. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Back here at the friendly confines. And stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. The shortstop takes the ball. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015. To third, Bregman. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Lawrence Butler up next for the Astros. The 0-2. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And that one fouled off. Next offering upstairs.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Little bouncer out in front of the plate. In time to Bush. 2 down. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Flied to right his first time. Swings through that one. 0-1. Just
ball
missed.
outside.
They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. As we go to the last of the third. So up now for Chicago. So they turn things over to the righty, number 78.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase in the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
And now Carson Kelly. Correa takes it in for the out. 1 down. And here comes Dansby Swanson. A single his first time. No question about this one. It's out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. Back to leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
That's inside. Ball.
This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job. That's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Bregman up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And that's a base hit. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just to swing right there. Caught it out.
Steven Oker gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1st and 2nd, 1 out. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Swings through that one for strike 1. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
They're being just too aggressive at the plate right now. They clearly wanted to go for it early in this one, but it's mostly just resulted in swings and misses. Maybe it's time to slow things down just a little bit.
McNeil under it. Takes it in for the out. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And next for the Cubs, Nico Hoerner. That one fouled off. Way inside.
Ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And that one almost got him. Butler under it. And that's the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
And there's one down. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. The 1-1. Just missed.
Ball.
This one popped up. Bregman under it. And there's 2 away. Isaac Paredes, the next to hit. Hot shot to third. They get the force, and he has thrown 4 shutout. Back here at Wrigley Field, now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kerry Carpenter.
Ball.
And another ball.
Missed. That's a ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Swing and a miss. And a count 2-1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. Jackknifes out of the way. Foul ball there. The Cubbies up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one just missed off the outside edge. A little bit low.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
Into center and a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're much more likely to get something you can.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, A.J. Blueball. Here's the catcher to hit, Carson Kelly. That one finds the corner. 0-1.
Ball.
Late with the swing there. Man at first, 1 away. In the dirt. In the dirt, blocked. And a payoff pitch. Way back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Happ on his way home. He's in there.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. 2 down. So the lineup flips over. And the batter now, Pete Crow Armstrong. Fastball is outside. Kelly at second with 2 down.
Foul ball. Ball.
Pena in position. And that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeff McNeil.
Well, these Astros just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. And here comes Carlos Correa. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Wastes no time there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
This one in the air. Out number 2. So the Houston lineup turns over. Jeremy Pena now at the plate.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Horner under it. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller.
You know, these Cubs digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and
now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Going, gone. An absolute smash to left.